Hello everybody, this is Sonakshi Raika. In this lecture video, we will learn Sumner's test. This lecture video is divided into three parts. In the first part, I'll be discussing about the purpose of this experiment, the apparatus required, the circuit diagram, and theory behind this experiment. In the second part, the connection diagram as well as the circuit connection with the conduction of the experiment will be demonstrated. In the third part of the experiment, we will discuss the results or the readings tabulated, and then we'll also see how we can use those readings to calculate the efficiency and regulation of a single phase transformer. At the end, we will look into the advantages and limitations of this test. Also, we will see what are the applications of Sumner's test and how it is different from the OCSC test. So coming to the purpose of this experiment, the aim of this experiment is to conduct back-to-back tests on two identical transformers and predetermine the efficiency and regulation. So this is called as back-to-back test because there are two transformers, each will act as load on another transformer, and we are using two identical transformers here. So since there is no load connected here, so we can call it as predetermining the efficiency and regulation. So the main purpose of this test is to conduct OCSC test without actually going for two different circuits for OC and SC. In a single circuit, we can conduct both OC test as well as the SC test. And using the results or readings tabulated, we can calculate the parameters of equivalent circuit, especially the magnetizing component XM and RM value, as well as the equivalent resistance and equivalent reactance of the transformer can be calculated or determined. Once this equivalent parameters are calculated, then using those we can calculate the efficiency and regulation of the single phase transformer. So these are the apparatus required. We require a moving iron ammeter of 0 to 2 amps and 0 to 5 amps. We require a moving iron voltmeter of 0 to 300 volts, 0 to 600 volts and 0 to 30 volts. Wattmeter of 0 to 300, 0 to 2A low power factor, and one more wattmeter is required of 0 to 30 volts and 0 to 5 amps. It is unity power factor wattmeter. And whatever these 0 to 2 amps, 0 to 300 and this wattmeter is required for OC calculations, and 0 to 5 amps ammeter along with 0 to 30 volts, I'll repeat again, 0 to 2 amps ammeter, 0 to 300 volts voltmeter, and LPF wattmeter is used for OC test. 0 to 5 amps, 0 to 30 volts and UPF wattmeter is used for SC test. So this is the circuit diagram. So before explaining the circuit diagram, we'll look into the principle behind Sumner's test. This test is also called as back-to-back test or regenerative test. Back-to-back test because one transformer acts as a load on the another transformer. And regenerative test here is because the output is not wasted here. So that is the reason why we call it as regenerative test. This test is used to determine the efficiency, voltage regulation and temperature rise under loaded condition. The OCSC test can give us parameters of equivalent circuit of transformer, but they cannot help us in finding the heating information. So before explaining the principle, I'll just tell what are the initial positions of various switches and auto transformer here. The DPST will be in the open condition. This DPST will be in the open condition. The auto transformer is kept under minimum position. This test requires two identical transformer. Both the transformer are connected to supply such that one transformer is loaded on the another transformer. Primaries of two transformer are connected in parallel across the AC supply. Secondaries are connected in phase opposition such that the EMF induced in two secondaries will cancel out each other. Because of phase opposition, no current flows in the secondary of the transformer, and thus we can simulate the no load test, and these meters gives us the no load reading. Now how do we ensure that two secondaries are connected in phase opposition? For that we have this 0 to 600 volt voltmeter. If in case these two transformers are connected in phase opposition, this voltmeter will show 0 reading. If this shows twice the rated voltage or applied voltage, it means that the two secondaries are not connected in phase opposition. The terminals of any one secondary will be interchanged. So again, then we will recheck again. We will proceed only if this voltmeter shows 0. This is the first precaution that we have to take. After this, after we have ensured the secondary opposition, we will take the meter readings. Now that will be no load reading. After that, we will close this DPST switch. Now we will inject a small voltage into the secondary with the help of single phase auto transformer, such that the rated current flows through the secondary of the transformer. Thus, this way we can simulate the short circuit test. These 3 meters gives us the short circuit reading. In the Sumner's test actually allows you to fully load a transformer without actually having the load. That is one of the disadvantage of conducting Sumner's test. The procedure is explained here. We will understand the procedure as well as circuit connection in the next part of the video.
So now today we will going to conduct an experiment on Sumner test. It is a back-to-back test on the transformer. In this experiment, the objective is to find out the predetermination of efficiency of both the transformer. We are using the two identical transformer in this case. That is 1:1 transformer, 1 kVA transformer of 2 set we are using, and voltage is rating is 230 volts is there for both the transformer, and both the transformers are connected in a, as per the circuit diagram. Both the transformer, the primaries are connected in parallel, and the series of the two transformers are connected in the secondary of the two transformers are connected in series basically, and there is a wattmeter connected across the supply and as well as the primary of the first transformer to measure the iron losses of the whole set, and one more wattmeter is connected to measure the copper losses after the short circuiting test on this Sumner cases. Okay, and there are the meters are connected, various meters are connected to measure the voltage and the current at each circuit path. And interesting is that there is a one more switch is there, that is a DP/DT switch, that is the double pole single throw switch is there, and the primary is basically the primaries of the two are the connected across the both in parallel, and the secondary of the transformers are connected to one side of the switch. And before you closing the switch, you have to ensure that the voltage across the two series connection of the secondary of the transformer should be read 0. That is only 0 when if the phase of the both they are in phase each other, the secondary voltage of the two secondary of the transformers are in phase, then only this will be shows 0. Otherwise, if at any moment when the supply is closed, if it shows double the voltage, 230 plus 232 440, if it shows, then it means that the both phases of the voltages are out of phase. So you have to ensure that in that cases you have to interchange again, switch off the set and interchange this, and you have to make the voltages 0. Now let us conduct the experiment, and now I am going to switch on the mains on. So when I switch on the mains on, single phase AC, and the voltage is coming directly, rated voltage is coming directly across the two transformers, then you can see that because the switch is open, you will see it is treated as an open circuit test in this case. So during the open circuit test, there is no load current, it will the whatever the power is consumed, it is meets the only the iron losses. So now the wattmeter readings gives the total iron losses of the set. Okay, so then you have to measure the all the reading of the meters are noted down. So now the wattmeter, you can see the readings in the wattmeters basically. So now I will ensure that this voltage, now the secondary phase voltages of the two transformers are is zero, that is in phase each other, then there will be a zero voltage across this switch. So now the switch is ready for this, I mean the connection to the secondary circuit basically. So now you switch on that supply. After ensuring it zero, the variac maybe it is keep it in zero minimum position. I am switching on the secondary side. So now the voltage will be applied across the secondary side of the transformers. So I am injecting the small voltage is applied, so that it will take till voltage is applied till the rated current flows through the meters. Rated current comes to 230 by, that is 1 kVA by 230, it is 4.6 amps comes. So till 4.6 amps you have to show, vary the voltage. So this voltage takes a less voltage basically. So it is approximately 0 to 8 volts it will take maximum. So that the small voltage you can inject the rated current. This rated current, because series secondaries are short, this in series, the same current flows through the two transformers. So this is nothing but a short circuit test. So that time you will note down the wattmeter reading. This will give the copper losses, and this is I square R losses, that is the short circuit current square times the square of the times into resistance of the winding of a two secondary side of the transformer gives the I square R losses. So this wattmeter gives the total copper losses in the set. If I want to calculate the efficiency of the individual transformer, then this wattmeter reading is, you have to divide it by 2. This is the total wattmeter set, and the iron losses in this basically divided by 2 gives the individual iron losses. Once I know the iron losses of and copper losses of the individual machine, then it is easy to calculate the efficiency of the individual machine also. And one more thing in this, apart from calculating the predetermination of efficiency of a machine, then you can also calculate the voltage regulation by having a calculation formula on that. And without loading a actual loading of a machine, you can give the you can predetermine the efficiency of a two transformers here. That is the aim of the experiment.
So we have seen the conduction of Sumpner's test. So these are the results we have obtained. These three readings are OC results or OC readings, and these three are the short circuit readings. Now this calculation is similar to OCSE test calculation. There is no much difference in the calculation here. Only thing is, now whatever iron losses and the copper loss, full load copper loss we have determined or we have read from the wattmeter reading, that is for two wattmeters, for two transformers. For each transformer we need to calculate the iron loss and full load copper loss. Now, since we assume that there are we are using two identical transformer, we assume that the losses that occur in the transformer under full load condition will be equal. That is the reason why iron loss per transformer is calculated by dividing the total loss by 2. Similarly, the full load copper loss can be used. Now, using these values, we will calculate the equivalent circuit parameter of the transformer and then efficiency and regulation of each transformer. Not each transformer, of the transformer. Now the no load current of each transformer, now in this circuit whatever the IOT, this current is there, this is divided into two primaries. So for that the no load current for each transformer is IOT divided by 2. So using this we calculate the no load power factor, which can be used to calculate IC and IM, that is loss component of no load current and magnetizing component of no load current, using this expression. So once we've got IC and IM, we can calculate the magnetizing circuit parameters, that is R0 and X0. They are the shunt parameters. So this is these two are calculated using the OC test. Now using the SC readings, we calculate the R equivalent and Z equivalent. So R equivalent is calculated using the copper loss and the short circuit current, and Z equivalent is calculated using this expression. So when we have both R equivalent and Z equivalent, X equivalent can be calculated using this expression. Coming to the predetermination of efficiency. For predetermining the efficiency, we have this expression. This expression is used to calculate the efficiency of transformer at X times the full load. Now what we do here is, we assume or we start with certain power factor, that is 0.8 power factor. This power factor will remain constant. We only change the X value. We vary the X value from 0.25 to 1, and for different X values we'll be calculating the efficiency. So kVA, it's given in the specification. Sorry, I haven't explained the specification. So the specification is 1 kVA, 230 volts bar 115 to 230 volts. Two such single phase transformers are required. So using 1 kVA and the power factor given here, we can calculate the efficiency for different loading conditions. Similarly, the regulation is calculated using this expression. So here we will keep the loading condition constant and we'll calculate the regulation for different power factor, both in leading as well as lagging. So this is the typical graph. We expect the efficiency versus output graph to be something like this, similar to this pattern, and the regulation graph will be somewhat similar to this. Small variation can be expected because of the practical situation. So this is the sample calculation. So first we've got the iron loss. From the iron loss and the full load copper loss of each transformer, we'll calculate the efficiency. So we'll start with X equal to 0.25. So all these parameters will remain same. Only thing is we have to substitute X value in each calculation. So that way we'll calculate the efficiency for each load value, and then we'll calculate the regulation using this expression. Here we'll be changing the power factor, that is phi angle will be changed, and we will see for both lagging as well as leading, only difference is plus will be used for lagging power factor and minus will be used for leading power factor. Now these values, this is load value. Now in this calculation we have taken it to be X equal to 1. So I full load is the low voltage side current. This is low voltage side voltage. So here we get 4.34 rated current divided by rated voltage, and R equivalent and X equivalent we have calculated using short circuit test results. So this is the regulation we get. So coming to the applications of Sumner's test. Normally we require load test to determine the maximum temperature rise of a transformer. Now a small transformer can be put on full load by means of a suitable load impedance. But for large transformer, full load test is difficult since it involves considerable waste of energy, and a suitable load capable of absorbing full load power is not easily available. However, in order to determine the maximum temperature rise, we can go for Sumner's test, because here both the transformer, though there is no any load connected, virtually they are operating at full load. So hence we can calculate the full load maximum temperature rise of the transformer, and using this test we can also calculate the efficiency of the transformer. So in this experiment we have simulated both OC and SC test on two identical transformer. From the OC test and SC readings we have determined the equivalent circuit parameters. Using those we can predetermine the efficiency as well as regulation of single phase transformer for given loading condition and the power factor. The advantage of this test is that the power required to carry out this test is very small. The energy lost is equal to the total loss in the transformer, which is very small. So these are used for very large transformer for which ordinary load tests are very expensive. The limitation of this experiment is that we require two identical transformers to understand or to carry out the or to determine the losses. So that is the only limitation of Sumner's test. Thank you.